Hey you guys, it is me, Laura. Do you remember me? Because it's been like, I think a month since I did a video and I was pretty spotty since then. Things have been a little bit crazy. So you might notice I'm in a different place here. I can show you. It's a mess because we're still packing or unpacking. But we are in a different house. We're in a different state. We have moved back to Tennessee. And it has been kind of a difficult move. And that's part of why you haven't seen a video from me in a while. Not just the move. The move has been kind of hard. Probably because we have at the beginning we moved a 3-month-old, now 4-month-old. And me recovering from pregnancy, a move is hard anyway. And it was honestly, even though I still think that we made the right call to do this move, I was really happy in Idaho, and it's been a bit of a challenge to move back, and it's been hard, but I think overall it will be good. And it's been hard for me to make videos as well, because it's easy to make videos when you feel confident and feel like you have advice or encouragement or other things to offer, but it's very hard to make videos when you're struggling. I don't know if any of you that create videos feel the same way, but I often feel like when I share a video, I want it to be encouraging, I want it to be useful, I want it to be helpful, I want it to be good, but I also want it to be genuine. And so when you're in a place that you're kind of struggling as a mom, as a wife, as whatever, it's very difficult to make a video. Things have been kind of rocked in our world a little bit, but I'm gonna try. So I thought I'd start by sharing with you some of the things that have been changes that are going on in our life and in our world and just all of that. So let's see, I'm adjusting to being a mom of 3 kids, which at the beginning was really easy, and I don't know if it's just because of getting past the newborn stage, which I feel like was actually easier, maybe because my husband was off of work, I don't know. But this transition to being a mom of 3 while trying to homeschool, while trying to move, has been extremely challenging for me. And I think that's fairly normal. From what I read, from what I hear, I think that's fairly normal. Lily is a very easy baby, except I can't get her to nap down, and so that causes problems, and it's just kind of chaotic trying to get everything done during the day. So we're still working on that. Finally are at a place, as you can see, there's still boxes everywhere, but we finally have like our basics out and unpacked, and so we can kind of are trying to figure out what our rhythm's going to be. Part of what's changed everything, my husband's schedule is totally different now. He works with people all over the world and has a generally flexible schedule, but there's a few meetings that are set and that time doesn't change regardless of what time zone he's in. And so now he's having to do some work in the evening, which is a little bit different than what we had before. So we're trying to adjust to that and figure out how to make that all work well. And on top of that, I'm really doing a complete and total revamp to our homeschool, which this is hard. It's been kind of interesting because even though I've been off, I've still been getting lots of comments, lots of questions, lots of stuff on some of my videos from the past, especially my curriculum reviews and all of that. And I feel like I should be doing that again this year. But as of right now, I don't know. I'm leaning towards doing a much looser rhythm, which the curriculum that we actually use is going to be just the next level, the same stuff that we've been using, I think. And I'm really trying to simplify our curriculum, and so that's kind of interesting. And I have this thing where I like to share things once I've used them a little bit to kind of make sure that what I'm sharing is good. But right now I'm in this place where there's not anything that I've really been using for a while that I can share because life has just been crazy. So maybe I should do some this is what we're gonna do and then make sure I just update on it later. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think that's part of my struggle. I'm not really sure what to share right now because everything is just crazy. So in this past little time, we've had that. I don't know if any of you noticed or if it was even there yet in any of our photos, but Lily has a birthmark called a hemangioma, and it wasn't there when she was born, but it's just a bunch of cells. She's got it right there in the middle of her forehead, so it's just this little red dot. And normally they don't do anything about them unless they're growing close to the eye, in which, because I guess they're just a group of cells that can grow and then they'll shrink and eventually go away. But they only do anything about them if they're near the eye, because obviously that could cause problems if it grows into the eye. And if they're central, like hers is, because sometimes those ones can be deep, and I guess they can grow into the skull and brain and cause problems. I didn't understand all of that. She had an ultrasound. It was totally fine, so that's all good. So if you guys see Lily in videos coming out, yes, she has a red dot. It does not hurt her. It might grow, it might change, we don't know, but it's totally fine. Nothing to be alarmed about. So we dealt with all that, and we moved, which was huge. We moved from Idaho to Tennessee. We bought our house here. We were still in Idaho, so we'd only been through it via FaceTime, but we bought our house here. We moved. When we moved, we stayed with my in-laws for about a week and a half before the closing on this house. Then we were able to move in here. So we've been here for 2.5 weeks in this house, I think, maybe 3. I think today is 3 weeks in this house. So I'm used to like going like Superman mode, and we would normally be unpacked and completely settled by now. But with a baby and 2 kids and Arlen not being able to take any time off of work except for like the actual move days because he took time off for Lily, it's been kind of chaotic and stuff is just not happening. I am cloth diaper. We love cloth diapering. We cloth diapered the first 2. We have not cloth diapered Lily hardly at all because we just have been moving and it's been so crazy. So yeah, that's been interesting. Homeschool has been touch and go. It has really just been all over the place as we're trying to figure out new rhythms. We do homeschool year round, so I'm not as worried, but I do feel bad because I didn't homeschool as well, especially at the end of my pregnancy because I was so sick. And then we were just getting into a rhythm, and then we up and move, and now I'm just struggling getting it all in. But ultimately, it's about finding a rhythm, and it is different as a family of 3, and it's gonna take time, but I struggle with that. And I had really been working on, I'm a consultant for Usborne Books and More. I had really been working on that business, doing really well. I was really enjoying doing book drives, but now I'm finding like I just don't know that I have the time, honestly. And I've been struggling with finding time. When do I make videos? When do I upload them? What do I do? Like, literally I wake up in the morning to nursing Lily, and I'm go, and until I nurse her the very last time when she goes down for bed, and that's when I go to bed. And like, it is just non-stop all the time. I haven't been exercising like I should. I stopped physical therapy when we moved, and I don't have a new physical therapist, and it's just been crazy, and it's been hard. And it's easy in these times. Like I said, I don't feel like I have anything to share. I don't feel like I have anything to bring encouragement or to offer help or to be useful. But I think it's important that I share this too, because I think when we look at Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all these different social media platforms, we see people at their best, right? Because that's what we want to share. That's when nobody wants, I mean, it's not a matter of people trying to look like someone that they're not. It's just that those are the things that excite us. Those are the parts of our lives that we really want to share. But then it's easy for us to also look at all these people who are sharing these parts and feel like that is their whole life, and that we're the only ones struggling. We're the only ones who have it hard. But that's not the case. It's not. Being a mom is hard. And even and sharing this part, sharing that hard part of being a mom is really difficult, because it seems like when that happens, usually there's two things that we're met with. We're either met with like, oh, you're being too negative, you need to be more positive, you don't want to bring everyone down, stop complaining, stop whining. That's one thing that we're met with. Actually, three things. We're also met with people who try and tell us everything that we need to do to fix it, which sometimes we need advice and we want to hear what people say and we want ideas, but sometimes that just makes us feel like more of a failure or more overwhelmed or whatever. And the third thing that we often get is we get criticized for not doing it right, not being good enough, you know, all these things that I think most moms feel self-conscious about, some parts of their mothering, being who they are. Like, everyone has, almost, I'm not gonna say everyone, because I think there are some people out there who are genuinely just like super confident, and I think that's great, but I think the majority of us really struggle with some things, and so it's hard to put that out there and know that those things are seen. Like, it's so much easier for us just to focus on the things that we know that we do well and to share those. But I think, especially in our culture, you know, we do put ourselves out there so much. And how much should we put ourselves out there? How much should we save? How much is encouraging? How much isn't encouraging? What's just noise and what's actually useful? And all of this has just kind of been roaming and like running through my mind and trying to sort it all out and figure it all out. But I think the fact that I feel like I have to have it all figured out first is kind of the first place that I need to start, because none of us have it all figured out. None of us do. And things change, situations change, life changes, everything changes, and change is really hard for me. I am a routine, consistent kind of person, and change is difficult. But change is not bad, and trials are not bad, and struggling is not bad. We're all learning, we're all growing. And just like we look at our children and you know, we think our job as a parent is to help them learn how to work through these and grow through these struggles and the trials that they face. Like, as a human, we're constantly growing and meeting new life stages and new challenges. And how can we expect ourselves to go through these challenges and to meet these new things and just immediately do well at it? Like, we have to learn too. Just like one of my kids, I tell him all the time, if he tries something for the first time, he wants to get it 100% right the first time. And if he can't, he gets frustrated. And of course he's not going to get it 100% right the first time. I mean, that happens, but that's occasional. We have to try new things and experiment new things and work on new things, and that's just part of life. So anyway, I have rambled far too much. This is way longer than I intended it to be, but all of this to say, I am sorry for my absence. Things have been crazy, and I am going to try to be back. I don't know what videos I'm going to make. I don't know what I'm going to post. I mean, this channel is still the same. I'm still the same person. I still have the same family. I do have an extra one now, but it's still the same. But I feel like, and the type of, I'm still a homeschooling mom, you know, I still love to cook, I still love to make cards, I like books, you know, like, I'm trying to think, what are all the things I love to encourage. I'm still a Christian, I still love Jesus, like all of the things, the key things are still the same. But I want to figure out and learn, you know, what is going to be useful for me to share as things are not as easy, as I feel like I'm not as confident, as I struggle. How can I share that with you guys in a way that is encouraging and helpful? So anyway, that is where I'm at. That is what's going on. If there's anything that you guys want to know about or questions you have or want to see, let me know. And if there aren't any, I'll just try and continue to share as best I can what I think is useful, and really consider, as we're here, every time we move, it's a great opportunity for a new start. So we're looking at changing some things and how much of that to share with you guys and what might be inspiring. Yeah. But I'm excited to move forward. I'm excited to be sharing with you guys again. And that is pretty much it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.